how important it is to use social media as a musician to get your products, like your music, out to the public. So can we just like dive a little bit into how your viral clip from the Stomp riff helped get your music out there, and how you feel like social media has helped your business kind of in general?
Yeah, man. That's a great question. That stomp riff, man, and the virality of it changed my career, man. I mean, it changed a lot of things. And what's crazy is you never know what's going to take off. I wrote that riff like 5 years ago or something. And it was in my phone as a voice memo. As just another, as guitar players, right? We come up with so many different riffs, and some become songs and some don't, and some you play around and you forget them and then you come back to them, right? And that thing was so random that I was like, oh man, I forgot about this bit here, and it was so fun to play. And I was playing it and playing it and playing it. I was like, oh, I'm sitting right here when I was like, I'm gonna do a video right quick and put this on Instagram. And like a week went by and it was like not moving, and I wasn't really staring at the numbers. And then all of a sudden my Instagram starts lighting up. And it took a life of its own, man. And it was a huge blessing. Such a huge blessing. And that first time it went, I think it's like almost at 8 million, that first video.
Wow.
And then we posted it again, like several months later, and that one's at 7 million. And by that time we had already written Stomp, around it. We were teasing it to reintroduce it. But the power of social media in that video had changed everything for me, and I never would have guessed. I mean, I thought the riff was cool. Don't get me wrong. Like, I loved playing it, but I wouldn't have been like, this thing right here is going to open up some, like, a lot of doors for me. Like, I would have never thought. And that's the thing with music, dude. You never know. So social media has changed my game totally, in terms of that, because it's opened up so many new fans that didn't know who I was, now are following my riffs and then going to listen to my songs on Spotify or Apple or wherever you listen. And some of those riffs are incorporated into songs, and then hopefully, it's like we go to their town and play, and they're there at the show and they bring their friends and stuff. And so it really all stems from that video and the fans and everybody sharing it so many times. And making it go viral.
Yeah, I can imagine. I remember when I saw it on YouTube, and I was able to green screen it, and I was looking for like a filler I could add to, like, once a week, add a clip of something I just like, any like guitar riff. And I remember seeing yours. Yours was the first one I posted, and like TikTok, it blew up. It went to like 4 point something million within like no time of your clip. And that's, I think, where you and I first connected, was on TikTok, I think, if I remember correctly. And
Yeah.
I was just like, oh, okay, so maybe I should keep posting these riffs I like seeing, and it's like, I've posted other ones, but yours, like, definitely has been there's been no other video that I've posted where I just kind of have my face being, hey, listen to this guy, that have done as well as that one. So it's definitely a crazy riff, and it's good you have a full song for it now as well. So and that's, like, for everyone, I guess you can mention that now. You can plug it if you'd like, but I know Stomp has been out for a little while, but I'm sure you want to mention that.
Yeah, I mean, that's the song that we wrote, based around the riff, the Stomp thing. And it just because the initial video that took off, I was keeping time with my boot on a pedal board case right here, right? And so the title of the caption was Boot Stomping. That's where the whole thing came from.
Okay.
And actually, I think the video you're talking about was the Justin Ostrander video when he came in the studio. And so that was long after, like, the original one, like,
oh,
took
really?
off.
Okay.
Yeah, that was a long time. That was the day we went in and recorded it, and I had no idea he was coming in. And he comes rolling in with his phone. He's like, all right, play me the video, or play me the riff that broke the internet, right? He's just joking because it took off. And so I did it, and I didn't know he was going to post it. So I'm on YouTube one day, and I didn't know it was out there. And it's like, and I stopped, and I'm just flipping through, but I'm like, wait, what the heck? And I'm watching this thing, and it had like 5 million views on that. So yeah, dude, it's just so crazy, man.
Yeah, no, the power of social media is crazy. And I guess we'll roll into that I had another question kind of about social media, but it's so I see you're doing the Stomp challenge. You had the Stomp challenge with the to get your followers engaged, which I think is great. What are some other tactics, I guess, and techniques you are currently using to increase your platform size? Is this something you're focused on, or are you just focused on making the music?
It's really a mix of everything, man. Is like the guitar stuff. So for those challenges, man, and we're about to do another one. It's going to be the Stomp Challenge 2.0, where it's the solo section.
Okay.
And we're going to partner with Elixir Strings for that. And stay tuned. We'll do a whole thing for it. But
Okay.
it's a mix because those challenges, they're really just for guitar players, right? I mean, you can't enter the challenge if you don't play guitar. So that's just for the, folks that are guitar players. Well, there's a lot of people that are following along, right, that aren't players. They're just country music fans and they like the songs and, or the riffs or whatever. So that's the thing where it's like the challenges, they're not for everybody, obviously. If you don't play guitar. So it's a mix for me is like the guitars, strictly the guitar stuff, but also my music stuff that's out there, the songs that live on the streaming services that you can listen to, the recorded music, as well as mix of personal stuff, that's kind of like that's like the three things really, on my Instagram page for one. So it's kind of a hybrid of all those things.
Right. Yeah, I see you do quite a bit of hunting and fishing. I love fishing as well, man.
Yeah, dude, you got some good fishing up where you're at, man.
Yeah, there's not too bad. I got a buddy who's